I hope all of you can see my screen well. So again, my name is Rishi Agrawal. I'm the co-founder and CEO at Avantis RegTech Private Limited. We are India's leading regulatory technology company. We are a part of Team Lease Group, and we are working on transforming the way India does compliance. One of the large categories of compliance folks in India is labor compliance. A number of you on the call today would probably, uh, you know, uh, echo the pain of labor compliance management, and we will talk about why this is so complex, what are various vectors of complexity, and how we can use the power of technology in order to simplify and automate the tracking and management, along with automation of creation of various regulatory records in labor compliance using the latest and the greatest technology platforms out there. So with this, who is Avantis? We are a team lease company, as I said, focused on digitizing compliance management in India. We work with over 1,600 companies in India. We have two broad products. One which helps you track and manage the life cycle of all the compliances across the law of the land, which basically means all central, all 28 states, and all local compliances across six broad categories, which include labor, finance, and taxation, secretarial, commercial, environmental, health and safety, and industry specific, which cover 1100 plus acts, 58,000 plus compliances, leading to about 3,000 plus filings. We help track and manage all of this, along with national, comprehensive, real time, and personalized legal updates. So that's what we do primarily. We have recently launched our labor compliance automation product, which helps you not only track and manage the life cycle of all these compliances, it also helps you create the regulatory records, returns, and challans, which automatically come out of the system. And it is highly efficient, highly productive. In literally a matter of few minutes, all your regulatory records, such as the returns, registers, and challans, can be created by your input files, which include payroll files, among others. So, with that, let's get started. Uh, let's first talk about what are the key compliance challenges in India, and then we'll talk about the solution. So, as we all know, labor laws are on the concurrent list of the Constitution. Both central and state governments legislate on all the labor matters. The unfortunate part is that there are differences in forms, formats, due dates, applicability, duty structures, payment methods, enforcement authorities, and so on and so forth among some of these states. So, if you are a multi business or a multi locational organization with factories and offices in different locations of the country, different state laws will be applicable to you, and that's what brings in tremendous amount of complexity. We often talk about only 44 central labor acts, but when you look at it on the ground, and depending on who you are and where you operate, there are a total of 416 acts, leading to about 27,000 compliances across central and 28 states. And that's the size of the labor compliances that we talk about. Now, before we move forward, let's look at what these compliances look like, so that we are all on the same page. uh, these compliances fall under licenses, registrations, permissions, exemptions, returns, appointments, notices, registers, return, payments, challans, renewals, displays. These are all various types of labor compliances. Let's spend a few minutes on this slide and understand what they are. So let's talk about licenses and registrations. I'm sure a number of you who are practitioners of labor compliances: shops and establishment registration, factory license, PF registration code, ESIC main code, various subcodes, professional tax, which is applicable in about 18 states in the country, leads to enrollment certificate, registration certificate. We're all very familiar with labor welfare fund. If you're using contract labor, and chances are high that you may be using contract labor, you need the CLRA registration, CLRA license. If you own mines, or if mines are a part of your business portfolio, you also need a mine license. If you engage in construction work, that is BOCW registration, which is building and other construction work registration, interstate migrant workmen act registration. These are all various examples of registrations and licenses that you as a company are dealing with. In addition, there are exemptions. So, for example, in the state of Karnataka, for IT and IT enabled services, there is an exemption from the Industrial Standing Order Act for a specific period. I believe it is from 2019 to 2024 or something like that. These are all examples of exemptions where, based on the nature of exemption in the state in which you're operating in the period that is being talked about, the specific of the compliances can change because there are certain exemptions. Then let's migrate to the next one called returns. We are all familiar with SNE return, which are annual returns like shops and establishment return. There are CLRA returns, factory returns. I'm sure a number of us understand maternity returns. There are returns under the Payment of Wages Act. These are all examples of annual returns, but there are quarterly, half-yearly returns as well. Let's move on to appointments. If you own a factory today, there is an occupier, there's a factory manager, you have to appoint a doctor above certain number of headcount. There has to be a welfare committee, safety committee, various kinds of other committees, including grievance and health committees, and all of these need to be there based on certain eligibility and certain headcount and so on and so forth. Moving on to notices, there are various notices which are out there, like the holiday list, the minimum wages, child labor declarations are there, payment day, shift timings, the labor inspector details, working hours. These are all examples of various notices. On the display side, you have to display abstracts under 8 different acts at various places within your organization. So those are some of the displays. As far as registers are concerned, believe it or not, there are over 600 register types. These are like wage register, muster rolls, fines and deduction register, overtime register, leave and attendance register. These are all examples of registers that an organization has to maintain. I'm sure we are familiar with payments and challans under various acts like ESIC, PF, PT, and so on. A number of these licenses and registrations need renewal at different periodicity. So, for example, CLRA license needs to be renewed annually. SNE registration is required for renewal based on the specific frequency and so on. Different states may have different frequencies. So as you can see, as a part of HR who's responsible for managing all the labor compliances, depending on the size and scale of your organization and its geographical footprint, managing compliances can be fairly complex. Let's move on and talk about what are the key challenges in managing labor compliances in India. So first of all, I'm sure you will all agree with me that it is complex. Why is it complex? Because there are too many forms, too many formats, too many dates, and frequent changes. In India, in 2019 alone, there were 3,000 plus regulatory updates that came in. These updates were like changes to forms, changes to formats, changes to timelines, changes to duty and penalty structure, changes to frequency of compliances, and so on. These were all examples of the changes that happen. I invite you to visit www.avantis.co.in. You will find the URL at the bottom right-hand corner. This is India's top legal and regulatory updates platform. We publish all the regulatory updates of the day. Every single day, there are between 10 to 20 such updates. When you have time, I invite you to visit our website at avantis.co.in. In addition, we also have one of the best mobile apps called Rulesbook, RULEZBOOK. You should look up Rulesbook on iOS and Android platform. It takes literally 2 minutes to download it and onboard it, and you can keep yourself abreast of hundreds of legal changes or regulatory changes that affect you and your business. Now you don't need to go anywhere to find them out. So first, complexity, too many forms, too many formats, too many dates and frequent changes. The second major item is highly manual. There are really no technology-based self-service softwares available. Now imagine how you were doing payroll a few years ago in absence of a payroll software. A lot of it was manual. There were too many human touch points, too many points of failure, and it was inefficient. Productivity issues were there, and so on. Compliance is like that. You're largely managing all of that via spreadsheet. There are complexities in computations, and there are chances that you will make a mistake. The third item here is inefficient. I think you already got that from my previous point around highly manual. It takes just too many hours and days to spend to prepare regulatory records. One of our clients today, they're in a very large security firm in India, and believe it or not, they have an army of 50 people who are engaged in managing these returns and registers alone. And just imagine the amount of salary burden to take care of those kinds of compliances. The next item here is error prone. Whenever you are using spreadsheets and human beings are touching data and doing complex computations, chances are it will make it error prone. Errors will be introduced in your computations. You will end up filing wrong returns or maintaining incorrect registers, leading to vulnerabilities and risks and potential litigation in future. Expensive. The only choice that all of you are left with is to outsource the compliances, labor compliances, to a third party vendor who's going to take end-to-end responsibility of doing your labor compliances. And believe it or not, it's a very, very expensive proposition because a lot of this is manual. So the only option that you have is outsourcing today. You don't have an option of doing it in-house partially, and that's where it turns out expensive. I already talked about highly fluid regulatory environment where a lot of things are changing. Some of you may want to visit our website and see the intensity of these changes, or download rules book, as I mentioned. One of the other major issue which has started coming up, privacy, confidentiality, data protection have become key agendas in the boardrooms these days. Outsourcing requires you to share a lot of confidential data with a third party. Most of these third parties are unorganized players. They don't really have the tech platform systems and processes to deal with privacy and so on and so forth. So you end up sharing in your entire organization's payroll record and all the other important records, including PAN numbers and UAN numbers and so on and so forth, with a third party. And a number of companies have started taking cognizance of this to see how they can avoid this kind of a situation. But folks, the reality is, while all of this is becoming important, you really don't have the right tools to manage these compliances within your own organization. And today, our agenda is to really introduce you to the product that we have recently developed, which helps you digitize your entire labor compliance management, automate the creation of all your regulatory records, including registers, returns, and challans automatically from the system. So with a solid understanding of what these labor compliances are, what are the various challenges, let's move forward and talk about what are the service models in India. So really there are two service models. There's an option 1 and an option 2. Option 1 is really a self-service model where an organization decides to manage all these labor compliances in-house. And if you are a single state organization, maybe with one plant, one HO, it's probably easier. But the moment you have a geographically dispersed footprint, which includes multiple plants in different states, sales in zonal and regional offices across these states and municipal corporations, suddenly this can become a nightmare. So option 1 is complex, no easy access to regulatory and legal updates, needs deep in-house expertise, which most organizations don't have because different states have different nuances of these regulations. So just to give you an example, in the state of Karnataka alone, there are over 900 different permutations of combinations of minimum wages based on 4 skill levels, 3 zones, and about 72 different schedule types. Just managing the minimum wages, if you are spread in Karnataka alone, can be a nightmare. So that's an example of where the complexity emanates from, requires deep in-house expertise, requires some systems and processes, requires access to timely and regulatory updates. And the unfortunate part here is historically there have been no technology tools, but no more. And that's why we are having this discussion today, that we have launched a product that can help you automate this whole thing and make option 1 a real viable option. Now, option 2, we are all very familiar with. Any large, medium to large corporation in India today has no other option but to use third-party service providers to help them with end-to-end managed services. And that is really the more prominent and popular option. The only problem is, in these times, we are all going through a COVID-19 crisis. We are operating at 5 to 10% of our revenues, but we are operating with 60 to 70% of our costs. Most of our costs are fixed costs. And in times like these, it really pinches when you have to shell out lakhs of rupees a month to a third-party managed services provider. And that's where digitization helps. That's where self-service tools help. And that's what we are going to deal with in the next portion of this presentation. So let's talk about Avocom Labor. It's India's only SaaS-based labor compliance self-service platform. What does it do? So first of all, there is coverage for different types of labor compliances. What are these? I'm sure a number of you are very familiar with it. There are 4 broad types. Payroll compliances, which deals with Provident Fund, ESI, Professional Tax, and Labor Welfare Fund. These compliances will require one-time registration, periodic payments, challan preparations, and filings. The second category here is the Shops and Establishment Act. So if you are not a factory establishment, chances are you are covered under the Shops and Establishment Act, where there are multiple acts like shops and establishment, minimum wages, payment of wages, and so on and so forth. There are various compliances under this section, which includes maintenance of muster rolls, wage registers, leave registers, attendance registers, fines and deductions, and so on. The third category here is factory compliances, which includes all the compliances under the Factories Act of 1948, such as the one-time license, consent to operate, designation of occupier, factory manager. There are various kinds of returns, half-yearly returns, annual returns, maintenance of various kinds of registers, including the lime wash register, accident register, and there are so many other registers as a part of the factory compliances. Last but not the least on the slide is CLRA compliances, which is Contract Labor Regulation and Abolition Act. And under that, your relationship will be that of a principal employer, where liability of making sure that certain compliances have been done on social security side by your contractor is one side of the equation. And second is, as a principal employer, there are various returns that you need to file, particularly an annual return on CLRA, renewal of your license, and so on. There are those compliances under the CLRA. So broadly, these are the four broad categories. What does the product do? Let's look at how you can digitize. What does the solution do? So when we talk about digitization here, there are really two things. One, you should be able to track the life cycle of all the regulatory compliances under labor, which are applicable to your organization. So you need to know what those are, who's accountable, when are those due, and the life cycle, right? So that's one, tracking and management. The second portion of it is using your data, including your salary records, leave and attendance records, and many other records like maternity inputs, factory records, and so on, and convert them based on the templates, based on the formats, based on various nuances of computation into returns, registers, and challans. Now, this solution does both of them. It helps you track and manage the life cycle of all labor compliances across 28 states and all central laws, and it also helps you create those regulatory records, which includes returns, registers, and challans. So let's look at the first thing. It is a self-service solution. Self-service solution means you don't need to necessarily take end-to-end services of a third party. You can do majority or lion's share of the work right here, including people in your own organization. Once we set it up, you're good to go, and you can create all of this. So all you need is one-time setup and basic training for some key people within your HR organization, and you can start managing most of your labor compliances yourself. Second, it offers you quick, one-time, and easy onboarding. It takes a few days worth of work working with you for us, and we can set you up on the system. And I'll talk about the setup in one of the subsequent slides. So we'll skip the setup for now, but imagine that we will help you set it up one time, make sure all of your masters are configured correctly, and then on your own accord, on a month-to-month basis, you can manage your labor compliances. The third capability here is periodic data upload capability. Now, labor compliances will require some key files. Every month, you will have leave and attendance record, you will have payroll record. Like this, there are a few files that get generated as a part of your monthly processing. Some of these files come from your payroll systems. Some of these files don't come from your payroll systems. The system has the capability of integrating with a payroll system in the backend so that automatically data can flow. We are already in the process of integrating our system with some of the larger payroll providers. But in addition, you can also go ahead, take a download from your existing payroll system, and you can simply upload it. It takes a couple of minutes. We'll walk you through that today as we move through the demo. So there is a periodic data upload capability. Some 5 or 6 files need to get uploaded. Takes about 5 minutes of job to upload them. There are validations built into the system to make sure that what you have uploaded actually got uploaded. The next thing there is templatized forms and format. Believe it or not, in India, there are over 1,000 different formats of registers alone. Just in CLRA, across 28 states, we are talking about close to 399 different register formats. And across the other 16 or 17 acts, there are close to 608 different formats. So if you add them up, you're crossing 1,000 different formats. So the system already has the latest and the greatest, the most updated templates and formats for all these forms across central and 28 states, along with the 9 union territories. So that's a part of the system. System has a centralized document management repository. So every time you will create compliance records like challans, returns, and registers, They automatically are a part of a centralized document repository with a lot of smart search, sort, and filter options for easy find and so on. In addition, after you create a return, in some cases an additional step is there, like actually filing it or actually uploading a challan onto the PF or ESI site, and so on and so forth. All those documents that get generated, either an application for a renewal that you may file, or a return copy, or an acknowledgement, or a receipt, or a challan, you can keep them centrally in one place, associated with the corresponding compliance, and easily search and sort them as required. The next feature of the system is a smart dashboard. I'm sure you would all believe in this day and age, there's so much data available everywhere that we don't want to get drowned in the sea of data. What's very important is to get access to the data which we need in order to make the right decision. It should be available in an easy to consume way, and that's where smart dashboards are available, which are color coded, which are graphical, which have drill down capabilities, highly intuitive, real time, updated, and can be used by any user based on their role, their assignments, and their information access. So they are available. We'll walk you through some of these dashboards. Then there is an auto generated compliance calendar. You don't want to be worried about maintaining and managing dates. The system has been designed to make sure that these calendars can automatically be generated, and you just in a glimpse you can see what are your labor compliance obligations for a given month, know when these are due, and with another click you can see who are assigned to them and what's the current status. All of that story can be viewable from a simple calendar, which is an auto generated calendar. Of course, there is flexible analytics and reporting. The moment you talk about IT systems, one of the biggest capability they bring to the table is data is the new oil. I'm sure all of you have heard this before. If not, do a little bit of search on this. Data is the new oil. Data helps you make smarter decisions. Data makes you more efficient. Data makes you more productive. And if there are right tools and techniques available to you at your disposal, chances are your outcomes will be a lot smarter, and you'll be able to do it in much lesser amount of time. So the system comes with flexible analytics and reporting capabilities. The system has smart workflows which are built in with performer and reviewer capabilities, which is really the maker checker. So when a document gets generated, it automatically gets attached to a compliance. Then it goes and assigns itself to a reviewer or a checker. The checker can see the document. If there is no action required, so for example, in case of registers, there is no further future filing required. So in a case like this, you can simply maintain that. The compliance will be deemed completed after the checker has reviewed it. In some other cases, physical actions may be required, like actually going to a government portal, filing that, making a payment, getting a challan or a receipt or a acknowledgement or something like that. At that time, the compliance will be deemed completed. So the system has smart and flexible workflows in order to manage the life cycle of all the items based on what is required, who is responsible, what future actions may be required, what documents will arise as a result of that, and managing this whole thing. The system has role-based access management, so you can assign any number of acts and compliances to a user. User only sees what has been assigned to them, nothing less and nothing more. You can have multiple people as performers. They can have different assignments of acts and compliances. Nobody sees anybody else's assignments. However, their managers and reviewers who have access to more than one person can see more information. So everything is role-based on a need-to-have, need-to-know basis only. The next thing here is multiple deployment options. So, we prefer for you to take the SaaS, which is a cloud-hosted model. No physical infrastructure is required at your end. You don't need to worry about provisioning physical or virtual machines along with network configurations and firewalls and all of this. When you take a cloud platform, it comes with all of that in 2 to 3 weeks time. We can configure you, train your people, and you're ready to go live. No need to spend time, effort, energy, and money in expensive hardware, software in order to start using the system. The next option here is there are multiple pricing options. You can use pay-as-you-go option, or which suits your budget, or you can take a perpetual license model as well. So there are flexibilities in the way you can come on board. The system is highly secure. It can be, it's very secure in terms of all the best practices globally around encryption standards, data at rest, data in motion, all kinds of firewalls in the front end which protect your network, DNS, all kinds of attacks from bots and so on. There's a lot of work that we have done in that space to make sure that the world-class best practices are there, including the likes of dual factor authentication. So you can't log into the system just with an ID password. You actually need to have an OTP. The system generates an OTP at the time of validation of your ID and password. Only when you verify the system with OTP is when it allows you to enter. So a lot of that security has already been built into the system. Then it comes integrated with legal updates. As you know, I mentioned to the number of legal updates that happen. Within 24 hours of a release of notification, these updates become available to you. If they've resulted in change of computation, change of forms, change of outputs, and so on and so forth, our system automatically gets that update. Our technology team goes ahead and makes that update available. It will change the form, the format, the computation, the interest calculation, whatever has changed. It is our responsibility. Before you know, the change would have been made in the system, and the next time around when you run create a regulatory record, it will get created in the appropriate format as per the law of the land. Last but not the least, there are daily, weekly, monthly personalized regulatory update newsletters. There's a mobile app that keeps you informed about all these regulatory changes. I requested you to visit App Store and Play Store when you get a chance. Look for an app called Rulesbook, RULEZBOOK, Rulesbook. It's one of the best applications, mobile apps that you can get today for tracking and managing the life cycle of all the regulatory updates, along with acts, ministries, locations, categories, dates, periods, and there is an integrated gazette or circular also. So if you wanted to actually go and see the circular, you can actually click and see the circular. There are capabilities for you to bookmark. As we end this webinar, I will guide you on our website where to find Rulesbook. You can take a look. There is a easy to understand video and get going. Now let's talk about what does the product cover. So we cover challans, returns, and registers. Challans under 3 acts, which is PF, ESI, and PT. Returns under 16 acts, which are 276 different kinds of returns, covering all central and states and union territories. 608 different kinds of registers under 9 acts, covering all the states and union territories. So that's at a very high level the coverage. For lower level detail of what are these acts, I'm just showing you some of these slides. Don't expect to read these slides, but these are various acts under which returns, registers, and challans are required, and the product covers all of these acts comprehensively. Now, I spoke to you about easy onboarding. This is the way you go live. So if you want to start your digital journey, here is how it happens. We start with a new setup for you. A team of experts will work with you to map your entities, branches, and locations in the software. We will configure all the users along with their roles as to what they will be doing, which acts and which compliances do they have access to. We will then configure all your masters, which will include various kinds of masters, and I'll walk you through in the next slide, employee master being one of them. We'll do an applicability assessment based on the states that you're operating in, nature of the work that you're doing. Based on that, we will do a comprehensive assessment of applicability of compliances and share it with you, work with you, understand gap assessment if there is any, and based on the final approved list, we map the list into the system. Based on all of that, we do assignments, mapping, training, and one fine morning you go live. So as you can see, in 2 to 3 weeks time, we can map you, train you, and help you go live, and you can become a self-service mode from a labor compliance perspective. Here is a quick diagram as to how it all comes together. So I'm sure, let me walk you through from the left. So here is your HR associate as a part of your HR department. They may be receiving payroll data from your payroll software or payroll vendor. It comes in some standard files. If you're already using a software, you can download those files in whatever format your software allows you to, like leave and attendance, salary, and so on and so forth. Or alternatively, we can use APIs and we can integrate your payroll system with our processing engine as well. But in phase 1, you can simply go live with a few spreadsheets. There is data that doesn't come from payroll. I'm calling it the other data. this data actually comes like maternity inputs and various other inputs are there, which typically may not get captured as a part of your payroll as such. Those inputs also come via a few standard files. Your HR associate logs on into the system and inputs this data. So that's part one. Part two, based on our master configuration, which we may have done for you one time, all the entities, locations and branches, employees, acts and compliances, and other items such as leave credits, contractor master, locations, etc. We would have configured it for you one time, and that is your master. On a month-to-month basis, you may have some employees come on board, some employees may leave, resign, and so on. All of that is accommodated as a part of the system's capability. So these are your master inputs. Then you have templates. So these are a part of our system where all the registers, returns, challans, formats, they have been templatized along with all the algorithms for calculations of whatever is required. Now imagine a scenario where our processing engine takes your master data, marries it to your monthly data that may have come either via spreadsheets or via APIs, and marries them to the returns registers that are applicable to your business. And at the end of this, we create outputs which are basically returns registers and challans, which are applicable to you, and they are available through our client portal and mobile app for you to take the next actions. So as we discussed, for registers, no further actions may be required. You just need to maintain those registers. For returns and challans, you may need to do one extra step right here. I hope this diagram helps you see how the data flows. Majority of your outputs from return registers and challans perspective can be automated, and they will be available to you through the front end. Now, before we talk about anything else, let me change gears here. Give me 1 second. Let me just share my screen again, and you will be able to see a quick demo of the software. Just bear with me for a second. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen again. The next part of our discussion today, which I intend to take about 10 to 12 minutes, is a quick view of the digital platform that we've been talking about. And as you can see, the platform is pretty simple. It has a left level navigation. By default, after login, you will land on your dashboard. For you to do any work, you will go to My Workspace. Your entire centralized document repository sits here in My Documents. Your reports sit in My Reports. At the top, you have a high level overview, how many entities, how many compliances, how many upcoming compliances, overdue compliances, and pending review. Upcoming compliances mean compliances that are coming up in the next 30 days. Overdue means their due date is already in the past. These compliances should have been done, but we've missed them. Pending review basically are those compliances where things have been done, but they are pending somebody's review. So that's at a high level, an overview. Each one of them is clickable. You can go to the next level and see stuff. In the interest of time, I will probably skip clicking all of these buttons. But as you can see, all the compliances that have been mapped to your organization, along with entity, sub-entity, and all the office locations, is visible to you right here, along with the corresponding act. If you want to go through the detail, you can simply click here and you can see the lower level detail also. Again, in the interest of time, I will not click through all of these items, but this is an overview. Under the overview, you see returns, registers, and challans, starting with registers, broken down into upcoming, overdue, and pending review. Returns very similar, and challans very similar. As you can see, this particular thing gives you a synopsis of all the applicable returns, registers, and challans and their current status. Each one of them is clickable. So when you bring your mouse, the color changes and you can click and go to the next level. Now, one of the things that we spoke about earlier in my discussion was your compliance calendar, which automatically gets generated. As you can see, for the dummy client that we have created here, for the month of April, you're seeing 3 dates on which specific compliances come up. And you can see that 2 of those dates are in red, 1 of them is in blue. Red basically are those days on which there were compliances and 1 or more compliances are still overdue, and that's why those days are shown in red. If you see in every one of these boxes, there is a subtext. So on 1st of April, as an example, you're seeing that there were 34 compliances. 34 is a subtext over there. And if you click on this, you will see that the right side has refreshed itself, and various things that were due on 1st of that month are suddenly starting to show us here. If you wanted to go through the details, you can simply click here and you will see the details of what that compliance is, what's the current status, what is the title, which act are we talking about, what is the risk level of this compliance, what is the due date, for which period is this compliance due, what section and rule are we referring to, what is the frequency of this compliance, followed by what is the detailed description, penalty, and so on, is automatically available right here. So you can see the meta description of that compliance also in this space. Let's browse further. So before I browse, I wanted to show you filters. So this dashboard is a highly personalizable dashboard. All your entities and locations are configured right here. So if you wanted to see anything specific for any entity and location, you can simply click on the filters, apply those filters, and the rest of the dashboard will automatically get refreshed. Let's go down. This is the space where you're seeing all the applicable statutes. So as you can see, there are 59 acts that have been configured here for various states. Again, I will not click through it, but you can simply click through each one of them and look at various compliances that have been configured. This is the summary of all your overdue compliances. Basically means all the compliances that should have been completed that have still not been completed. And by the way, this is the dummy ID. So a number of these things are, just left there, but you can maximize it. Go to the next level, see what has been done, what has not been done. All of that can be visible right here. Further on the dashboard, you have performance summary in terms of how many compliances were there, how many have not been completed, how many have been completed but they've been completed after the due date, how many have been completed in time. Again, this is a smart chart. You can click around and go click on specific areas and get to the lower level detail, as you can see here. If you want to use this chart in one of your presentations, just go download the chart and this will become available for you for any PowerPoint. You want to maximize it, see what is the specific, just click on it and the entire list is available to you. You like downloading stuff into Excel, just click on it, a spreadsheet will get downloaded. Or if you need to select specific branches for which you need data, you can simply apply those filters, apply it by the assigned users, frequency, period, select which year are you referring to, what kind of compliance are you interested in, and if there are any specifics asks for states, for dates, you can choose those dates as well. Here is a graph on the risk level broken down by not completed, completed after the due date, and completed in time. And just like we discussed, all of these are configurable depending on what you want to see and the lower level detail. You can click on that and go to the next level. So this is how the dashboard looks, and hopefully the dashboard gives you some view of how the information is presented, how easy it is to consume it. But the real engine is what I'm going to show you now. So if you go to my workspace, there is something called an input output section. So suppose you are in the month of August of 2019 and you want to create all the compliance documents for that particular month, right? You will go to my workspace, go to input output, select that you're dealing with a monthly file. When you select monthly input, it will show you what are the various monthly inputs that have been configured for you. These are various monthly inputs. Say I choose my salary input, I chose the salary file and I say, okay, it is for the month of August 2019. So the moment I do that, and I'm saying create all compliances, so I don't want to restrict to any return, register or challan. Otherwise, I can choose the type right from here. And I'm saying that I want to do it for my entire company, so I will not choose a specific branch office or anything like that. I'm creating it for the entire company. I say apply. And as you can see, that all the compliances that can be created with this particular input file are visible to you right here. So these are the various compliances. So say Register of Employees under Equal Remuneration Act, it requires 4 input files, and one of them is the salary input file, which we are just talking about here. Suppose we say I want to create this particular compliance, and by the way, you can go and click on this and select all the compliances also, because these are only those compliances which have been mapped to you. So I want to clarify this thing again and again, that these are not generic compliances. You don't have to worry about over 1000 registers. Based on your setup, you will only see what is applicable to you. So suppose I click that I want to create this and I say proceed. The moment I say proceed, it takes me to the next screen. It shows me what are the files that I need. So there are 4 files: employee detail file, absconding detail file, date of leaving, and salary register. And you can see one of them is mandatory. Your employee master is already there in the system, and if you have salary register, you can move forward. In the interest of time, what I've done is I have uploaded this file already. When you upload the file, the system has the smartness to identify whether it has been uploaded successfully. It does basic validation checks in the background, and then it does processing in the background. And if all of that has gone through successfully, it simply goes and ticks all of this. Now, just to give you an example, this is how you would simply select the file and upload that file. So in the interest of time, I will not go through the specific steps of the upload. They are very simple, but you can go through that and upload. Now, once I've uploaded this, and this is the only mandatory file which is required here, I can suppose for the purpose of this demo say, okay, go ahead and generate documents. So if you recall, we had selected a specific output that we wanted to generate. That specific output required some files. In the interest of time, we had already uploaded those files. Now the output has been generated, as you can see, and I can simply go and see what was the output that has been generated. And you will see it in a second that the output will be visible here. Now, if you upload all the files in one go, all the relevant outputs that are applicable to you will be visible to you, and you can see them in one shot. So I hope you can see this output has just been generated, and when I click that output, you will be able to see the Form D under Equal Remuneration Act for the chosen address that we had, chosen branch location that we had, in the format which is there, can automatically be created from the system. So this is just one example. You can create all the PF, ESI, and all the other challans, and so on and so forth as well. Now, in order to show you how this works, I'm going to take you to my documents. You will see the centralized repository of all the documents that had been created in the past. All the filters of entity, location, branches are right here. You can select month, year, status of that compliance, document type. So you can say that for the month of August of 2019, show me all the completed items which are registers, or you can do filters based on specific acts. So all these filters are available to you. You can simply go click here and see the documents that have been generated. And for every month, these documents can be generated. You can also generate all the historical documents in one type, whatever the formats are. Those formats are all available here. And I mentioned to you that over 1000 formats are already pre-configured and made available in the system. You can simply upload a few files, go ahead and generate documents. Those documents get generated here. Now, some of these items will basically go and attach themselves to compliances, and that's something like this. I have signed in as a performer, so I don't have capability to review my own work. This has been assigned to one of my supervisors who can actually go review the work, and if it is found okay and no further steps are required, they can go ahead and close the compliance. And that's how majority of your compliances can be closed just like that. All the registers which you need to maintain can get created automatically. All the legal updates or compliance updates will come to you. If there are changes in forms and formats and dates and timelines and computations, we will do it for you in the back end. You don't need to worry about it. And I'm giving you an example of how this compliance looks when it gets done. So this is an overdue compliance that I have taken up. Obviously, there is no work that has been done on this, but this is how a typical compliance would look when it goes to supervisor. They can simply go and take up the work. I have just clicked on edit screen, so you can see that I can look at the section and rule along with the compliance, the details of the compliance, additional details if there are any, and here is where I can upload my working files or compliance documents. For example, you may have gone ahead and filed the PF after a payment of challan, the payment that would have been made, and you can simply go change the status, close it, and that compliance will be deemed as completed. Now, just as in some of the other items, it's all widgetized. All of these things are available as widgets. You can personalize some of this. All the legal updates, regulatory updates, which have been set up for you, are available at the bottom. For regulatory updates, you can also go to our website at avantis.co.in. So you can, as you may be seeing on my screen, the avantis.co.in is available, and you will see all the updates across the law of the land are available right here. Yesterday there were 11 regulatory changes. This week there have already been 71 regulatory changes. Since morning there are already 5 changes. When you click on any one of them, you will go to the next level of detail. So as an example, we have created a COVID special regulatory update section on our website. Please take a minute. There are over 161 legal updates already on COVID, and you can go to any one of them, click them, and you will see that there is a category of that update along with whether it is a state or a central, and if there is a regulatory document like a circular or something, you will be able to see the circular then and there as well. You can go create an account here by registering a free account and select your preference, which is labor, because I assume a lot of people on the webinar today prefer only labor updates. You can register it here, and automatically all the labor updates will start coming to you automatically. Now, in addition, I request you to go to the product section of our website, look for rules book, and this is India's only app which allows you free legal updates within 24 hours of release. You can personalize it. Here is a video. Take a look at the video. It will take literally 3 minutes, and within a couple of minutes you can download it. If you are interested in the user manual, you can click on that, and there is a comprehensive user manual also available for you. Now with this, I have kind of come to an end of my discussion. I just wanted to share some of the additional benefits of digitizing compliances, and which is where my last slide is. One of them is easy data access, because you now have a centralized document repository which enables you quick and easy access to all the historical regulatory records. And one of the things that I forgot to mention earlier, which I'm mentioning now, is that the software also allows you to create all your registers backdated. So some of you may not have created your registers. You may have the files, but you may not have created the registers in the required formats. You can go ahead, use your data, and create some of those as well. The biggest benefit here is privacy protection. So no data has to be shared with third parties. High encryption standards provide you greater control. Privacy, the data quality is extremely high because there is no manual intervention anywhere. You're not doing any spreadsheet based calculations, any search sort on spreadsheets. Everything is digitized, everything is system driven, and all the logics are latest. The form formats are all latest. Efficiency, obviously everything is automated. It literally takes you 5 minutes to upload 6 files, and take another 10 minutes to create all these documents. So just imagine the amount of efficiency the system offers you. Need based, you don't have to look for any third party. You can go at any time. Once you have the data, upload it, 2 minutes, click the create generate regulatory document, and all of this can be done. Cost effective, because everything is automated. All you pay is a small fee per month, and that can help you reduce your labor compliance cost by almost 40 to 50%. These are some of the screenshots. I've already shown you the actual product, so hopefully you're very clear on that. There is a mobile app which offers you all the features which are available on your web. You can view all your documents and so on the mobile. In addition, we as TeamLease also offer on-demand services in addition to the platform. So platform gives you capability to automate the creation of returns, registers, and challans. But as a company, you may need some other services like inspection support, like advisory, like periodic filings, like audit services, like maintenance services. All of these services are available on demand with our parent, which is TeamLease, which is one of the leading providers of labor compliance services in India. This is an area where you can take a self-service platform to take a lot more control of your compliances and leverage TeamLease services in order to do your filings of returns and various other services that you may need along the way. You don't need to keep paying one high price every month. We have variabilized your cost here. Only take those services when you need them, but for your day-to-day operations, use a tech platform which is highly efficient. So these are other detailed field services, including consulting, advisory, audit, assessment, maintenance, and assignment-based services, including renewals, amendments, policies, closure of inspections, drafts on standing orders, and certifications. So all of these services are available to you as well. So now I'm going to stop. We have about 10 more minutes before we wrap up this webinar. Thank you for being such a wonderful audience. I would like to get specific questions from you so that I can answer those. And if you need a personalized discussion, demonstration, excuse me, please call us up, and we'll be more than happy to set up one-on-one time and walk you through lower level detail and help you understand this in context of your own organization. So now over to all of you for asking questions. I'm stopping to share my screen. Please go ahead. Someone has just asked, can I repeat the name of the app? Yes, the name of the app is Rulezbook, RULEZBOOK. You can go to our website under the product section. You will see all the details, including the labor, including the manual and the video and the links, and all of that is available right here. Can the slides be shared? Absolutely. Please reach out to us offline and I can easily share the slides. How to subscribe for legal updates? You can go to our website and click on register. It will just take you 2 minutes. Create your own profile there with what kind of updates you are interested in, which states you are interested in, and you can choose daily, weekly, monthly updates from there. Somebody has just asked, how do we schedule the demo for this software? Reach out to us. You already may have all the details. If you don't, you can write to us at sales@avantis.co.in. I repeat, it is sales, SALES, sales@avantis.co.in. We can schedule a personalized demo. We can obviously do an online demo. A number of us, in fact, all of us are working from home. Online, we are talking about a digital product. An online demo would work perfect. So we can do the demo at any time based on your convenience. One of the questions here is, does managed services have physical filing support? Yes, as I mentioned, the large share of your labor compliances can be done on the digital platform, and we are a part of TeamLease. TeamLease is, as you know, is one of the key service providers in this space. You can take the filing services and other inspection support and liaising and other services from TeamLease. That option is absolutely available, and we can work with you and figure out what are the specific services you need, and we can offer it as a bundled product. What is the average cost of this product? Believe me, you will reduce your expenses by about 50%, if not more. For me to give you an estimate of price, I do need to understand the size, scope, and your geographical footprint in order to understand what is the size and complexity, and that's when I'll be able to give you a price. But think of it like this: whatever you are currently spending on labor compliances, you can empirically think that because of the efficiency and everything, it can come down to almost 50%. A very similar question: how costly would it be in case we take this up for our company? We will need to talk to you in detail. We need to understand how many locations and branches and factories do you have, what kind of compliances are you planning to do on the product. So we will need to have a little more detailed conversation. Happy to set it up when you would like, but in order for me to give you any commercial, it is required for me to understand the overall scope. One of the questions here is, can you provide the software services in West Bengal? Absolutely. This is a digital product. You can use this product from anywhere. There is no geographical limitation. Of course, all the compliances of West Bengal, state compliances, are covered as a part of the product. So yes, it can be done. Someone has asked, is the pricing based on the user ID? No, we offer an enterprise license, which helps you manage all the compliances. It is not dependent on the number of users that you have. It is dependent on the size and complexity. So we will need to look at the number of employees that you have, the kind of compliances that you're looking to do. So for example, if you're just doing payroll compliances versus payroll and SNE compliances versus payroll, SNE and contractual compliances, the intensity, complexity, the usage, the value goes up, and so does the price as well. So we will need to talk to you about specifics in order to come up with the price. Is this applicable for chemical companies? Yes, absolutely. Any company, it doesn't matter whether you are chemical, electrical, manufacturing, services, wherever you have people employed, labor laws are applicable. If labor laws are applicable, obviously this software is applicable as it is, without a problem. Someone has asked how attendance will be managed. So thank you for asking that question. Sorry, I missed it. It was one of the earlier questions. Attendance is normally leave and attendance is already factored into your monthly payroll. We will take payroll as a file. Leave and attendance comes as a part of that bunch of files that comes from your payroll. That works as an input. We don't necessarily need to integrate with your biometric or anything like that. We will rely on your payroll data as one of the key sources of data to create all your registers, including the attendance register as well. Is the mobile app free? Yes, Rulesbook is free. You can go ahead and download it and start using Rulesbook on a day-to-day basis. Can we customize the reports and customize mandate compliance? Yes, you can customize all the reports. A number of on-demand reports are already available. If you have specific requirements, they can be customized as well. But all the templates for registers, returns, and challans are already pre-configured in the system. But yes, we offer a lot of configuration possibility based on your specific requirements. Somebody has asked, we are a small organization with 10 employees in services domain. Is the product cost efficient to us? We will need to talk to you, Pillai, specifically. Reach out to us. 10 employees may mean that majority of your compliances, including ESI and PF, may not even be applicable. So we need to just work with you. Chances are we'll make it worth your while to see if you can start digital journey with us. Somebody has asked, how can we identify which compliances are applicable for our company? Shweta, thank you for asking that question. We will do that for you. You don't need to worry about that. Applicability assessment is one of our strengths. We will ask you basic questions around who you are, how you've been established, where all do you operate in, what kind of products and services do you have. We will go into the lower level detail of, do you have a factory, where is your HO, what do you do in the factory, how many employees do you have, how many contractors do you hire. So we will have a discovery detailed questionnaire with you. We will discuss this with you. Based on all the answers that you give, we will come up with a list of all the applicable compliances, which includes returns, registers, and challans for your business. And based on that, we will come back to you and show you the list, do a CAPAP assessment with you, and then go ahead and configure the product for you. So when we configure it for you, Shweta, at that time, all the compliances which are applicable to your business, which we have agreed with you, will be mapped into the system, and those in turn will be mapped to specific users who will be able to create the required registers, returns, and challans based on their configuration. That was a great question. Thank you for asking. We don't have a biometric machine, so how the attendance will be taken? So I kind of answered this question earlier. I'm sure you currently do payroll in some form and shape. Payroll already has leave and attendance data that goes into it. We don't have to integrate with any biometric. We can simply take your leave and attendance files, upload them into the system, and all the returns and registers can be created from there. So the short answer is, we don't really care about integration with your biometric. As long as you can bring the payroll files into the system, we are good to go. Do you do capability of compliance health check studies? Absolutely. This is what we call as the compliance audit. We have comprehensive and detailed capabilities in compliance audit. Compliance audit basically is of two types. One is applicability assessment audit, which means you wanting to know whether you are following all the compliances across the law of the land. That is one level of audit. The second is a comprehensive audit, where you also want us to take a look at your previous filings, review your computations, understand what you have done versus what you should have done. Yes, we also do that. And not just for labor, we also do it for the law of the land. So for all other capabilities, including finance, taxation, secretarial, we are a regulatory technology company with capabilities in all compliances across the law of the land. Please visit our website for more detail. We can do both of those kinds of audits. There is a whole section on services on our website, and in services there is something called a compliance audit service. Please take a look at it, and hopefully that should satisfy your query. Can you explain how does the API works? Yes, API is a way of application programming interface for two applications to talk to each other. this needs a little bit of work. If your payroll vendor already has created APIs, we will need to put some effort from our side in order to integrate with those APIs, and then the data can seamlessly flow from your payroll system to our system. But it takes 3 to 4 weeks for us to integrate. uh, but a simple way to get started is just download those files from your payroll system and upload them here. In the meantime, we can work with you on integrating with your payroll provider as well. So that's what APIs mean: application programming interface, which automates the data transfer in a safe, secure manner between your payroll vendor and our system. What are the measures that you take to stop non-compliance? So what measures do we take? This is a self-service software. There are many things that we do, including reminding you on time, sending multiple reminders, alerts, escalations if you don't do things on time. So all of that is automatically built in. You can also create your own custom reminders. So uh, this is a self-service software. So you will have to use the software to do the work. However, our job is to make sure that calendar appears all the compliances that are due. And in a given month, you may have a monthly compliance, quarterly compliance, half yearly compliance, and annual compliances which may become due. We show you all on the compliance calendar. We remind you at various frequencies. We escalate it if things don't get done. So those are things that we do. But as I said, it's a self-service software, and you will have to use the software yourself. Would there be service of standard letter formats as per the compliance in case we need to correspond? Yes, a number of those things are there, but we will need to understand what specific you are asking. And if something is not already there, we can work with you and make it available on the system as well. Another question is, do you provide training on manufacturing factory compliance in terms of documentation, registers, maintaining signboards? So as I said, Shweta, there are two parts to what we do. One is a technology system, which we talked about, and second is a bunch of services which you can take on an a la carte menu-driven basis. Yes, we have all the capabilities, but that is a part of our services which you can take on top of the product. The product will, so as a company, we do provide all of these services that you've asked for. However, the product is in context of technology product. Services are over and above the product. Is it possible to integrate your service into our existing system? I will need to understand what system are you talking about. I assume that you're probably mentioning payroll system. We will have to go into a lower level discussion, but yes, integration is possible. We can certainly integrate, but the devil lies in the details. So I will have to understand from you what you actually mean, which system is being talked about. Is it a third party system or a homegrown system? What kind of use cases are there? So we need to engage for a lower level conversation, but yes, system can be integrated. And the answer is ERP system. Yes, integration is feasible. We just need to identify the points of integration and accordingly take the next steps. Feasibility is there. So I think it is 6 minutes past 4. I think we had a pretty engaging conversation. A number of you are still continuing to ask questions, but in the interest of time, I would like to wrap up the session today. Please reach out to us. More than happy to set up one-on-one conversations. We can get some of our experts to talk to you. We will make this webinar video available. The link will be sent to you on your registered email ID. You should receive it shortly. If you have more questions, feel free. You can write to us at sales@avantis.co.in. You can call us. The numbers are all available on our website. Send us an inquiry, and we will be happy to personalize a discussion, talk to you about your specific situation, and accordingly take the next steps. So hopefully it was a helpful session to have you start thinking about how you can embark on a digital journey. This is a long journey. We are all scratching the surface, but as you can see, it's a 80-20 rule where 10-15 minutes worth of time in a month can literally create all the returns registers and challans for you, and 80% of the work can get done right there. So that's where I would leave you all. I hope you and all your loved ones are safe, healthy. I would wish nothing but a safe week ahead of you. please reach out in case we can help in any way. There is a COVID specific newsletter available on our website. Please go ahead and benefit from there. Download rules book, sign up for our weekly, daily, weekly and monthly newsletter. Start benefiting from all of this information in your mailbox so that you can start getting greater control of your compliance. So thank you so much, and have a great time.